Hey y'all, what's up? It's Samantha. Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing y'all kind of a behind the scenes of how I put together my cover videos. I'll show you the equipment I use and just kind of like a step-by-step of how I go about it. Now, I am not a professional sound person, really not that good with technology, so I'm going to be keeping it super simple today. I'm actually going to be doing like the simplest combination. I'm just going to be singing and playing my acoustic guitar Paisley just right into my condenser mic. I was going to do them separately, but for some reason when I plug in my acoustic guitar there's like this buzzing noise, even if I've tried using a DI box and all that stuff, and I still just have this hum, and it's really annoying to try and EQ that out at all. So just for the sake of that, I'm just going to be recording them together. So a lot of times, like when I play my electric, I usually plug that in separately, and so I have different tracks. But anyways, I'm just going to be keeping it super simple today, to show you my basic equipment and all that. So yeah, let's jump into it. Alright, so this is the camera that I use. It's the Canon G7X Mark II. I'm having to use my phone to record this part because obviously I'm showing you my camera. I like this one because I can flip the screen up. Hey guys, what's up? And I can actually see what I'm recording. I used to use my DSLR camera, like my big one, but for some reason the autofocus wasn't working, and there would be so many times when I'd get a good take with the audio, and then I would go check the video and my head was like cut off, or it was blurry, or it just wasn't a good shot. So I got this off Amazon. I got a refurbished version, but anyway, I absolutely love it. So that's what I do my videos with. Also, for the lighting, I got this ring light off of Amazon. I think it's 18 inches. I'll put a link to the one I got below, but it came with the tripod, and yeah. So I use that because a lot of times I would record at nighttime, and like here in New York it gets dark super easy. Like right now the natural lighting is great because it's like 5 o'clock, which in the winter it's already starting to get dark. So this just helps so I don't have to worry about what time of day it is. I can just, let me turn it on real quick for you. Yeah, I can just have good lighting. Any time of the day I can record all through the night and it's not pitch black in here. Not that lighting is like super important, but for YouTube purposes, I mean, it's a video. You want something to see. You want to be able to see the expression and all that stuff. Also, if you are familiar with my channel, you'll know that I have different colors sometimes in the background. I just got LED lights and I put them around the top edges of my walls, and I'll turn those on, and like I can change the colors through my phone and stuff. I'll link which ones I got below too. But I usually set those to the color, and then I'll use the ring light a little bit lower on my face, so you can still see my face like normal colors, and then you can see the colorful lights behind me to just kind of set a different tone for the song, I guess. I like to do that. Alright, so now into the music equipment. Here we go. Alright, so first things first, you're going to notice you can't plug, I mean, unless you have like a USB microphone, but a lot of microphones and stuff that you have, you can't plug them directly into your computer. Same thing with your instrument. There's no instrument cable place to go put it into your computer. So, also, to be able to record it, you need it to go from sound to like a digital thing. So, first thing you're going to need is an audio interface. This is the one I have. It's the Scarlett 2i2. The one I have, it obviously has two inputs. It can either be a mic input or an instrument cable. But yeah, and then you plug in, well, I plug in my headphones right here. But this is what you plug in your instruments and your microphones into so that your computer can record the sound. And the DAW, or the Digital Audio Warehouse, I think. I should know this, like I went to college for this stuff. MIDI was the hardest class for me, and this is where we talked about all the computer stuff. So, but I use Pro Tools. I really don't know a whole lot. I just do super simple stuff with it. But this, I open up Pro Tools and then I just make sure that it's reading from my audio interface. But yeah, this is what goes from the instruments to the computer. I feel like I said that so many times. Okay, next. Oh, one other thing I forgot to add about that and why the audio interface is important for like especially condenser microphones. They require what's called phantom power, and that just means that your microphone requires more power than your computer gives off to it. So it just provides the extra power so it can actually function. Next thing I will show you are my headphones. These are Audio Technica. My brother actually gave these to me. He was so nice. I think either my grandma or my aunt gave these to him a while back, but I needed headphones that actually have that, let me get the end of the cable. I needed headphones that had a 1/4 inch at the end. Like that's like an instrument cable, 1/4 inch end. And a lot of them have like the, 3mm, like ones that you plug in your phone. Well, if you don't have the new iPhone. Anyways, sorry. So he gave me these headphones. They're actually really great studio headphones. I didn't even know much about it, but I guess these are one of the standard ones that people use for recording. So thank you, Chris. I use them all the time. But yeah, those are my headphones that I use. Because when I'm recording, when it goes out, it has to come back out through the audio interface. So I just plug these into that. So I play in and I hear out with these. So I'm actually going to plug those in there right now. And the next thing I'm going to show you guys is my microphone. It's still on the stand. I'm honestly not going to take it off. But this is the Rode NT1. It comes with a pop filter that you can take out, but it catches all the B's and the P's and the S's and the T's and just helps them not be so sharp. But yeah, so this is a condenser microphone. It's really good at capturing super tiny details, and also whatever the front is pointing at is what it's trying to capture. I read reviews that said this one's a nice quiet one for like an affordable microphone. And then on the back, it kind of blocks out more of the noise back there. But one thing, this gets really super clean sound. So later, when I tell you what plugins I use on Pro Tools, just to kind of mix it a little bit. Like I said, I'm not a sound engineer. I don't really know what I'm doing. But the condenser microphone does record pretty dry, meaning, you know how when you're in a room, if there's any natural ambience or like echo or anything like that, this will take a lot of that out and give it a more dry sound to where it just kind of sounds unnatural. So I have to add a little bit of that back in, but I'll tell you more about that later. So I have my audio interface that connects to the computer, I have my headphones, and I have my microphone. Obviously you're going to need cables for that. If you have a guitar, you just need a regular 1/4 inch cable for that, plug it into the interface. And then for the microphone, obviously you would need a microphone cable. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, also, when I use my electric guitar, sometimes I'll plug the cable directly into the box because I typically go for the more clean sound anyway. But I also have the Boss Katana 50-watt amp. I'll show you real quick. So this is my amp that I have right here. Like I said, it goes up to 50 watts. But anyway, this has a record out option to where I can plug my guitar into the amp, and then whatever settings it's on, I can just plug the amp directly into my audio interface, and any settings that I have on that will be recorded into the computer. So I feel like that's super convenient, especially for a beginner like me that doesn't really know a whole lot about mixing or electric guitar for that matter. But yeah, just in case you're curious, that's the amp that I have. So you would need 2 instrument cables for that. One to plug the guitar to the amp, and the other to go from the amp to the computer. So yeah. Alright, so I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get started recording. So this week's cover, I'm just going to be redoing my cover of Bubbly by Colby Calais, because I was asked to redo that one just because the sound quality is not as great. Because when I first started my channel, I literally used to just put my iPod Touch with the front-facing camera on my music stand and just hit record with it on like the little selfie mode, whatever. and I would just record. I wouldn't do anything else. So the sound quality is kind of not so great, but technology has improved so much, and now that I'm not, what, 14 or 15 anymore, I actually work, and I've updated my little studio. So I'm going to be redoing that song today, so I'm really excited, and I hope you guys like it. But yeah, I'm going to plug everything in and open up Pro Tools and show you what's next. Alright, so I have Miss Paisley right here. First thing you ever want to do before you record anything is tune your instruments, because last thing you want to do is record, get a good take, get everything set up, and you play it back and you're like, crap, my guitar's out of tune. So always just tune it first. She usually holds tune pretty well. Really, honestly, didn't have to touch anything. Sounds good to me. Alright, now I'll show you what's next. Alright, so here I am. I just opened Pro Tools. I literally just have my camera looking at my computer because, like I said, I'm not that great with technology. But I'm just going to create my new project, so I'm going to call it Bubbly because that's the song I'm doing. Alright, opening a new project. So, oh gosh, this is so hard. Oh man, this is why I just record stuff. Anyways, so I'm gonna go up here to track, new, and I'm just gonna create 2 new tracks in samples, because samples is audio, ticks is for more like MIDI stuff. So I'm gonna create my 2 tracks, and I only have 2, but I still name them anyway. The first one I'm gonna call vocal, or wait, I only need 1 track. What am I doing? I'm not doing 2 today. I already told you guys that. I'm going to get rid of that one. Track, new. There we go. I don't need to name these. Normally I would name 1 vocals and 1 guitar because I normally do them separate, but I don't need to name it because I'm just recording it all at once. And then I'm going to click record enable, like the red record button, and I'm going to make sure, I'm going to turn up the volume on my microphone. And then over here on the little mix part, you can see it's getting audio from my microphone. I'm talking into it right now. You see the green bar. I'm going to grab my guitar. I want the levels to be like either in the middle, or when it gets a little bit louder, it turns a lighter green. Let me turn it up real quick. Okay, can you see how it's getting into the lighter green up here? Like around this middle area is usually where I like to make sure the sound is at. Anyway, so I'm going to grab my guitar and just put my headphones on and listen and make sure that the levels are okay to where I like it. And I'm going to hit record my take, set up my camera where I want it so I can get a kind of decent angle, I guess, and go from there. Alright, so I'm just sitting here trying to get like the levels and the height of the microphone and everything right. I have my microphone about a foot away from me, about halfway between my mouth and my guitar, so that way it picks up everything. But yeah, I'm going to take my headphones off, record a take, and then I'll show you guys how I mix it. I actually need this higher. Just a wee tad little bit. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. It's a little warm in here. Starting my toes, make me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. Alright guys, so I'm done recording the take, and I already mixed, well I say mixed, just changed a couple things, just to make it sound a little bit more natural. The only things that I do to the track is I EQ it, well, kind of. Basically that's just adding or taking away gain from specific frequencies. All I do is just, you know, turn up each one, and I find ones that sound kind of annoying and I turn down those frequencies a little bit, not a whole lot. And then I use a compressor. I basically use that just to make sure, like, if I get loud at all, that it brings those back down so you're not listening and then it's like, oh gosh, you're so loud. I basically just use that to limit the high point so it doesn't pierce your ears. And then I use a little bit of reverb. Basically, like I said before, when you use a condenser mic, it makes it sound really dry and like unnatural sounding. So I just use a little bit of reverb to kind of add that natural echo back a little bit. But yeah, you saw earlier me showing you the computer. It was just probably painful for both of us. So this next part I can't show you because I need the SD card out of my camera, but I'm basically going to take the video from the camera and then take the file that I saved from Pro Tools and sync them up, so that way you can hear the audio that I recorded through the microphone instead of the audio from the camera. So that is going to be the last step. I just sync those together and then I will be posting the cover to YouTube. The sound didn't turn out quite how I would like it, just because, like I said, I can't really record. I don't have two condenser mics, so I can't really just record my guitar and vocals through separate tracks. And for that one, I like to sing and play it at the same time. Like, I know you can lay down the guitar track first and then sing over it, which I've done before. But for this song, I really just like to sing and play it together. So I just recorded it into one microphone at once. Is that the highest quality sound you can get? Definitely not, but that's what I did anyway. So yeah, if you have any other questions or anything, let me know. I will answer as best as I can. I'm gonna go sync the audio and the video now, and I will have a new cover up for you guys shortly. This video will probably be up after the cover is already up, so go back and watch it if you want to see the finished product. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel and keeping up with my weekly covers and random videos that I throw up there for you guys too. So yeah, love you guys.